Going at it hard, working on advanced aluminum still. Obviously, we've got a couple of stuff from the cooling systems and the heat sinks in the last episode. We've got aluminum casing, which is going to be going towards the fused modular frames, which is what we're going to be doing today. We've got all 47 screw constructors that we need to remake heavy modular frames again. And then these are iron rod manufacturers, to be exact 52 of them, which are going to be making these screws and I think a couple other little knickknacks here and there. And then on top of that, we're also going to need a lot more things still, as well as steel. We need concrete, we need quartz for something. So we've still got a lot of things to go. But yeah, today we're trying to do the fused modular frame. What on earth is that conveyor belt shape? Does it let me actually build that? Oh well, it does. That's about average satisfactory behavior, and so is making 500 constructors. I actually forgot to build all the smelters, so I guess I can do them now. The whole 38 of them, and this is only the iron smelters. So that doesn't put into perspective how much stuff. This is gonna get pretty tight, isn't it? Because this is one of the outputs. Alright, so I'm going to use the 4 impure nodes, or technically there's 4. I thought there was maybe 5. But there's 4 impure nodes right here. I'm going to use these. That will get me the 1100, to be more exact, 1200 iron for this set of smelters. We will need another 500-ish, which will come from this normal node right here for some other iron related stuff. Why is it so dark in this area? It's like that weird time before the sun rises and you get like light back. I really wish this like time of the game would get updated, because it's like really scuffed. Not only that, but when the sun does finally come up, it's instant from just no light to sunshine, which looks really odd. Nah bruh, that is a devious recipe. You have to be in tier 9 to make ionized fuel, because it needs overclocked shards to produce. Well, I might not have any ionized fuel because the annoying recipe, but hey, I sure as heck have 2000 rocket fuel to my name now, so I approve. Also, from what I'm understanding of the basically everything kind of respawned glitch that happened in one of the patches, it seems to basically affect anything that was within a certain amount of range of buildables. So basically anything in the grasslands is reset for me, which is interesting. I wonder if your hard drive's reset. I mean, I'm taking advantage of the Mercispheres because it happens every major update anyways, where everything generally tends to reset every major update, because you can't really do much about it. If I am not mistaken, I think every single thing in terms of automation is complete. And what I mean by that is everything for the fused modular frames is done. I don't think turbo motors will be part of this episode, but if they end up being part of it, that is not even started yet. However, I am currently getting all the resources, and I believe all the machines are done. So as soon as I hook up limestone and the 600 iron, this thing should all fire up. If I connect these two things, I believe that is the entire plant finished. I'm saying all of this and it's probably not even gonna work, so maybe I should go check on it. Alright, that's all 3 of the materials, with the darkest time possible, once again, obviously. Now just to hook them up to their respective locations, aka basically everything goes straight to the back corner over there. Can't see anything down here, it's so dark. Even with the flashlight, you can barely see. if I hook up this limestone, and I just hooked up the coal and the iron, they should all be firing up. Yes, steel is firing up. This is where the limestone is going, so this should be firing up. These should be firing up, which are the steel beams and the steel pipes. And then this is the encased industrial beams, which are also about to start firing up. So if we go over yonder to the heavy modular frame manufacturers, these should start getting stuff in them. Also, yeah, this is quite the sorter mess, but hey. So yeah, that's everything. It's going to slowly start producing heavy modular frames, and the heavy modular frames are going to go along this conveyor belt all the way over here to this blender, which is going to be making fused modular frames with the aluminum from earlier and the nitrogen gas from the cooling systems because of the excess. And now the only thing that's going to have to be automated is turbo motors, because that's the last thing left. First fused modular frame crafting up, enjoying my lunch. You know, because snack breaks are important when you're on the clock. Can I just say, I don't know what in the world kind of miracle work they did for the performance, but the performance is still godly. Like, if this was update 8, we would be at 20 FPS by a long shot right now. But we're still at a perfect 60. And I think I know what they did. And the other thing is, they seem to have very much improved the multi-core spreading. Because this is like every single performance core is running full bore instead of one running full bore and all the others freaking parked. So Team Blue is actually pretty good in this game again. Either way, that's besides the point. Now I have to get all the way up and we'll bring the conveyor lifts down. So I figured out the water problem I had with my reactors. It was that when the extractors were overproducing by a little bit, and the stopping would cause them to basically stop the 600 from happening and would drop to like 450-ish, because when they stopped rotating, the head lift stopped, so the water wasn't going anymore. So it wasn't necessarily them stopping, but them stopping stopped the head lift, which was causing issues. So now I've put pumps, but now they're doing this weird thing where only one of them runs at a time. So one of them does 600 until it fully empties its storage out, and then when it empties its storage out, as you can see, this one's doing 600, this one's doing 0, and then when that one runs out of water in its storage, this one takes over and keeps the 600 going. It works, so I'm not going to complain, but this is the most scuffed behavior I've ever seen in my life. Alright, so turbo motors. We've got about half of what we need to do them done. We need cooling systems, radio control units, motors, and rubber. We've got the rubber, we've got the cooling systems. We need motors and we need radio control units. We're gonna start with the radio control units since they produce slower. Man, do I love technical difficulties. My exhaust fans are sucking up my CPU power cable inside of my PC anytime I hit record, because the temperature hits high enough for the fans to ramp up enough to suck it into the fan. It's pulling that much air. Great, now Steam is down, so I can't play because it's freaking Tuesday and it's a freaking weekly downtime. Oh my god, I hate this. Alright, that's radio control units done. I've kind of just been working away at it on my own, because these take way too long to record. Like, I could try and like do cuts here and like, but it's just too much work. Like, it's been probably another hour since the last clip. Just doing this. Got computers, got circuit boards, got wire, got cable. You have quartz crystal, crystal oscillators, radio control units. That's just your recap because I don't want to do any more. Which means the only thing left is motors. And then I'm done. I guess I could do this bit since I think quite literally almost everything is ready other than stators. Motor assemblers. Also, it's hot as hell in here. Got your 4 motor assemblers. Connect them all up to power. I already screwed it up. You connect all 4 of them up to power, the good old-fashioned way. Figure out how to connect this to power, line it up if you want to not annoy people. Line it up again. Bulk that, boom, that's powered. Place all of your assemblers down, once again. I overdid it, didn't I? Because I wasn't paying attention. 10, yes, I need 10 because you need like 9 point whatever the heck, which will sort itself out. Then you find your rotors, which are usually towards the bottom. You paste your recipe into everything. I'm obviously trying to do this bit in a rush because I'm trying to do a recap of basically what the last everything here has been for me. Put down all your power lines one by one because that is what you do. And then you power everything again because it's just a whole lot of the same. You power up, you power up, you power up until you're done powering up. And once again, connect everything to power. There you go. That's going to be your rotors. Gonna have to get all the splits for everything. Now your bottom layer is going to just have a traditional manifold, just straight, and then it splits out. If you want to do a no clipping manifold design though, you'll have to do the top level like I've been doing it for a little bit. But you can do it another way, but this is how I do it because it just works. Or you do it like this, basically. It does this kind of wiggle and nothing clips. And this is raised up, so if you want you can still put a belt underneath here. So it's actually, although not technically the same, or like whatever the hell, I'm having a memory blank. But even though it's not the same, it still works. So who cares? Alright, hook up the rotors to the motor assemblers, and now all you need is stators and your job is done. Alright, and once you hook up all your resources to your assemblers, and you look at the end of the production chain, as you admire the beautiful abomination you have just created, and you hook up some of the final connections, you get ready to daze in the wonder of your abominations. And then as you hook up those final few connections, you look into that wonderful manufacturer, admiring all of your hard work, finishing something you have never achieved before. Clear pastas on the particle accelerator, which we've never actually built before. But that's a problem for another time when we'll be doing Phase 4. Because I don't think Phase 4 is going to be in this video unless I decide to throw it in last minute. Trying to squeeze through here to get all of the depots ready to go. Bit of a tight squeeze, but getting it done. So I hope you guys enjoyed. We got turbo motors done with. We're officially done with Tier 8. All that's left to do would be plutonium refinement, but we're not doing that yet because we don't need to. So we're going straight to Tier 9.